Training for deepest midwinter, the last round of the FAI Junior Cup to be played in 2016. It's the last 64. We're at Clontarf Road for the meeting of Sheriff YC, who've won this competition 3 times in the last 5 years against the Limerick Giants Carew Park, who last reached the quarter-finals in 2014. It should be quite a hot encounter in the North Dublin cold. Your commentator is Bernard O'Toole.
Now the big game's coming thick and fast in the FAI Junior Cup here in Clontarf. Yet another belter on the cards here as Sheriff take on Carew Park. Indeed, the last time Sheriff welcomed a side from Munster to these parts was back in the 2014-15 season against St Michael's, a match they eventually won on penalties. If we've anywhere near as much drama here, we'll be doing very, very well indeed. Well, Sheriff's win over Courtown in the last round provided quite a lot of drama. It also provided a red card for John Rock, so he misses this one due to suspension, as those Thomas Dunn and Sean Murphy. It's Stewie Glenn who leads the line for Sheriff. Carew Park were beaten quarter-finalists in the 2013-2014 season, one of the heavyweights, of course, of Limerick soccer. Well, they have watched on as Pike Rovers and Ballynanty Rovers have made Aviva finals. Mark McGrath is their main man in attack in this 4-4-2 formation. Match referee Damien Kilpatrick ready to get us underway in perfect conditions for football. Drama has pretty much followed all of Sheriff's game so far. They could be in here as the shot comes in, and it's a clever save from the goalkeeper. He claims there was a hand used in the build-up there, but Sheriff early on here playing all of the football. It's played short as far as Dunn. Lofted in towards the back post. The shot was crowded out of it at the end. It's still alive in there, and a chance now to clear their lines for Carew Park, and they do so out from Slattery. Hand up along the line over the head of Dunn. Glenn can't get there either. McDermott looking to get under it, goes down under a challenge. The shot comes in. That's not too far over the bar. That's not too far over the bar from Grant. Just broke in his favour. Referee said nothing wrong with the challenge as the Sheriff player went down, and almost 1-0. Lovely floated in pass, and how about that for a save from the goalkeeper? Instinctive in the end, as the header eventually came in. Well, the build-up play was really good. Fine leap with the header, and credit has to go to the goalkeeper, Colopy. Lofted around the corner. Goalkeeper has come a long way here, and in the end the shot goes wide. Well, they're all of a tangle back there, and they get away with it in the end. To Sheriff, making a nuisance of himself was the star striker in there, Mark McGrath. Paul Murphy lofts it forward, playing in a more regular right full-back position. Paul Murphy played more advanced against Collinstown in what was a Sheriff back three. And the referee has a decision to make here, and he's given the yellow card. Hand standing over this one, as is Murphy. 2 former League of Ireland players. His hand with the effort, and the goalkeeper had to deal with that and did. Not the most difficult of save, but a fine effort from the left boot of the former Shelburne and Drogheda League of Ireland player, Philly Hand. Sent long, and the referee says that's going to be a yellow card, and it's a second yellow card, and it's now a red card. And they're down to 10 men. Jonathan Grant sent off. And they've got a long way to go now, because there's over 20 minutes of normal time remaining. That could just tip the balance in Sheriff's favour. It was Grant and Leicester coming together. 2 yellows equals a red. And they look to recycle this one. Well, Sheriff. Plenty of options forward there. And they're going to take their time and try to pick out the right pass as it's sent in, and it's not too far away from Anto Murphy. Another opportunity missed from Sheriff. Although he beat the goalkeeper, he couldn't beat the angle. Lovely floated in pass. And Murphy on the pitch, he just couldn't do so. Anto Murphy going close. Sent in again towards Murphy, this time it's the crossbar. Well, Anto Murphy sent on to use all his experience and try and get a goal. Well, twice now he's asked major questions and gone close for Sheriff. The attack is still alive, still players forward as they look to swing this one in. It is sent in there, bobbling about is Higgins, and it's got in! The lead goal, Higgins for Sheriff. And the tide switches in their favour, but the Carew Park players are not happy whatsoever. They're incensed and they've gone all around the referee. And I think their problem here is with the referee's assistant on the far side. They feel he flagged and then withdrew his flag. Well, the question remains, was the flag for offside or an infringement, or was he simply flagging to say the ball had crossed the line? They are not happy whatsoever, and they're making their feelings known as well. And there's going to be a decision to be made by the referee, and it's a red card for Slattery, who literally flung himself at the referee's assistant in that protest, which was a heavy one. Well, they feel aggrieved, but they've still got plenty of time in extra time left to try and get themselves level here. The problem they have now is they're playing the clock and the men, 2 players sent off. But it's hard to tell from this angle as we see that one. There was nothing wrong with that. He's clearly onside. Carew on the back post looked to have been playing Higgins onside. Lovely lofted in pass from Murphy, the captain. Flicked on and sent home, and for once the goalkeeper just could not handle it. And they are not happy whatsoever that the goal was allowed to stand. And there's the protest, and there's the heavy protest from Slattery. They got him sent off. As we see it again, well, it all stemmed from this, a super effort from Anto Murphy that clattered against the crossbar. And when they cleared their lines and recycled it, well, they found themselves a goal down. Dunn peeling off, looking for support, sent back, header, 2-0. And that could just be game, set and match now. Well, he's gone close on the number of occasions, but that is 2-0. And a simple finish at the back post from Anto Murphy, who went close a couple of minutes ago with an effort just wide. He also hit the crossbar, third bite of the cherry, and was never going to miss from there. Had all the time in the world to pick out the far corner, headed it back in the direction in which the cross came from. And it's now looking like Sheriff are going to advance once again in the competition they've literally dominated for the past 5 years. Still they come forward. It was Kavanagh with the effort away, and they have pulled one back. Ball is in the back of the net, and they have pulled a goal back. And it's now 2-1. Gary Griffin with the lovely finish, and there were 6s and 7s at the back with Sheriff. And is there time left for another twist in what has been a superb cup tie, with sendings off and goals? Clock now very much against the visitors, and they've lost possession, and there goes the full-time whistle, and it's Sheriff who once again advance, but they have been in a game here, full drama. It was identified as the tie of the round that did not disappoint, but as ever, and as always seems to happen in this competition, when the dust settles, it's Sheriff who advance on a scoreline of Sheriff YC 2, Carew Park 1.
Yeah, I thought we gave as good as we got. I thought the sending off sort of a bit harsh. But look, that's what you're dealt with, you know. You have to come up to places like this. Sheriff, you know who they are, like they're one of the best teams in Ireland for a reason. But I thought the lads were very good today. I thought we didn't deserve to be on the end of that, but it happened, you know.
I mean, you wouldn't have wanted to come against another big side as Sheriff so early in the competition.
No, it's a pity we drew them, you know. If we went into the later rounds, it could have been a very important game. Not saying that today wasn't, but it's just a pity now that we were on the wrong side today. You know, they're one of the best teams in Ireland, and I think ourselves are as well. You know.
Well, despite losing, you are the man of the match, and here's Philip Lawler from Aviva with your award.
Great performance. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Really hard today. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Anto Murphy, I thought we were done doing post-match interviews with you, but here you are. You got the second goal, hit the bar as well, coming off the bench.
No, yeah, it was a tough game. It was to come into. They knew how we played. We played against them a couple of years ago, twice, so we knew what we were up against. But it was good to come on. We could see they were tiring a good bit, and I knew if we got it to extra time that we take our chances, and it was there. I think we would deserve winners.
Tight old game, and you obviously watched a lot of that from the bench.
I did, yeah, and I was waiting for Alan. He kept telling me, keep on, your chance will come, your chance will come. It's been a tough 6 weeks being out, but it's good to get back, set up one and score the other. So the main thing is that we're in the next round.
Obviously most people are used to you as being a League of Ireland player for pretty much your entire career.
Yeah, since 2002. I just pulled the plug on it there in June, and there was no other place I was going to go. Back to Sheriff. I have three of my brothers playing here, so this is my next venture now.
Which means, of course, there could be a return to playing at the Aviva Stadium for you.
It could, yeah. It's one of the stadiums I haven't played in yet. So I've played in the FAI Senior with Bohemians and Pats twice, but I've never got the chance of playing the Aviva, and touch wood, we'll get there.
They're delighted just to get the win, and it was a tough out encounter today. We went down to watch Carew last week, and a very tough game against Michaels. And probably should have beat Michaels last week. Set piece was the difference only. But today, as I said, we're just lucky to get the result into the next round.
You're talking about taking on one of the best teams in the country as well, and beating them in extra time today.
Yeah, well, the sending offs had to play a part, but I have to give it to the boys. They stuck at what they were doing. You know, they had a purpose about their play, especially in the second half. And there's a couple of chances we had. Maybe in the first half we could have been possibly won up, but it wasn't there. And their keeper done well. They defended well, defensive units. And as I said, delighted for Anto when he came on to be part of the 2 goals.
Not to help that you had such a small squad today, because Anto was one of only 2 substitutes.
Yeah, as I said, only 2 substitutes today. We've had a few missing with injuries and suspensions, but today was just getting the result and getting over the line, and I had to give credit to all the boys.
And in saying that, what a sub to be able to bring on with all his experience.
Well, that's the thing with Anto, you know what I mean? You can play him, he's very versatile, he can play anywhere across the back four, in the middle midfield, and we actually put him up front. He's aerial threat, you know, his experience, and he knew where he was he knew where he should have been for the second goal, and as I said, he played his part and he came on, he's done well.
Took a long time, but victory for Sheriff YC in the end, the holders over Carew Park. Now let's move over to Coolock. Another cracking game it would turn out to be. It's Kilmore Celtic against Donnycarney. Commentary comes from Mark Rodden.
Parnell's GAA club is the venue for a mouth-watering 5th round clash. There was a countrywide open draw, but as fate would have it, it threw up a Dublin derby. Kilmore Celtic against Donnycarney FC. Both teams play in the Premier C division of the AUL, and they're only a few minutes apart on Dublin's north side. Well, Kilmore beat Key Celtic of Dundalk by 2-0 in the last round. The goal scorers from that game, Darryl Curley and Paddy Maher, are on the bench today. Amateur international Paul McMillan is the go-to man in attack for the home side. Donnycarney won 3-0 at AUL top flight side Hardwick in the previous round. Kevin Warren and Calvin Madden got goals in a league win over Kilmore Celtic earlier this season. Up to 700 people expected to be in attendance for this one. Young and old from Kilmore and Donnycarney, Artane, Coolock and Colester will all be keeping a close eye on this one under the Friday night lights. The two teams that know each other fairly well then. Donnycarney free kick, just about dealt with. It's back out to Mark Ludlow. Can we get another crossover? Not this time, as Sean Glenn puts it out. Pumped in by Adam Byrne, and good chance there. Arriving late was Kevin Warren. 4 goals in the league already this season for him, including one in the 2-1 win over Kilmore back in September. Another cross coming over, it's Madden, it's off the bar. Again it was Warren on the end of it. It's still not clear for now. Eventually Kilmore Celtic get it away. Real let off for them in this first half as Warren goes close again.
Mark! When you see him there! Oh, Mark! Let's lift it in there, everybody!
Corner, a deep one. Headed away. The pressure this from Donnycarney. Another chance in there, and it was Adam McCormick, the defender up from the back, testing Joey Morgan. Well, Louis Ogano's free kick this time. Scuffed shot. Put across goal and in, but offside. Adam McCormick knew it. A chance for Kilmore at the other end. Well, the shot coming in from Stephen Curtis, but he was fouled. Good work by the number 9. And Robbie Fay gets the wall organised for Donnycarney. It's McMillan who hits it. Oh, that clipped the bar, I think. Very close for the home team. Not cut out, it's dropped for Paul McMillan again. And that shot off target. There's Robbie Fay, the keeper, well. They both played at St. Kevin's together. Warren in a hurry here. The long throw, a good one. Calvin Madden on the run here. No chance, and there, it's the opening goal. And it's scored by Mark Ludlow of Donnycarney. The visitors delighted. And a crucial goal scored by Ludlow. And it was quick thinking from Warren with the long throw. Good run from Madden and the perfect cut back as well. Not the cleanest hit from Ludlow, but it found the net. And Donnycarney have the lead here in the second. One of the biggest games in Kilmore's history. Can they get back into it? It's McMillan again. Deflected, saved by Robbie Fay. Another ball coming in. There's an appeal for a penalty there. Given. Well, the referee, Andy Byrne, was well positioned. I think it was Adam McCormick with the tug on the jersey. Now McMillan against Fay, saved. What a save it was too. Oh, high drama in the final moments here. Fay denying his former teammate. Superb save from the keeper. Time running out for Kilmore Celtic here. A big win over Donnycarney in a cup final last season. It's the visitors on the attack again. It's Ludlow, his through. Was he taken down? Yes, according to the referee. And if he's decided that it's a penalty, well, it's a red card as well. Graham Thorpe was the last man, and the substitute has to make the long trek back to the dressing rooms. Ludlow, chance to seal it then. Oh, what a penalty that is. That'll do it. Well, these sides will have to meet again next weekend in the Leinster Junior Cup. But in the FAI Junior Cup, it is Donnycarney who'll take the spoils. 2-1 winners against Kilmore Celtic.
Delighted.
Yeah.
Absolutely delighted after the game, yeah.
I'd say you would have been liked to be out there, yeah.
Or I would. Unfortunately, I don't play no more, but it's a tough old job managing days, but it's real enjoyable, so we'll just keep going doing this.
And right to the end, it was, like they got a penalty.
Yeah, it could have went anywhere. Lucky enough now, that's Robbie, that's his third save in penalties this year, so I was confident, well, I say confident, but it was one of those type of games that could have really went anyway, but I thought we were the better team through the game, and I thought we really deserved the winner, so I think the best team won on the day. We have to go again next week. We're playing them in the Leinster Junior Cup, and they're in our league, so there'll be some tough games all season through it, And next week could be the same. It could could be a tight game and it could still go either way.
Yeah, the game in Mount Temple, you were 2 up, looked comfortable, they came back and...
Well, of course, and they always will, you know, they're a really tough side and they'll always go until the end. We were missing a couple of bodies today, so hopefully they'll come back and we'll strengthen even more next week with a bit of luck.
And like down the left side, you seem to be, taking them apart a bit with Louis and Kevin Moran. Kevin Moran was tremendous.
Well, we try work on that with pace on the wings, and Kev has 12 goals this season for us already, and half of them has been from playing up top and half has been from the wing. So he's a really good fella to get up and down the pitch for us. So really happy after the game. Really happy.
Well, Fletcher, great win tonight, and best of luck in the next round. Who are you hoping for, Sheriff?
No, we want Sheriff in the final, but we just keep going. Anybody a nice country run would be nice as well, so just keep it going. Last 32.
So extra time needed in the end for Sheriff YC to get into the last 32 of the competition. Let's see how the rest of the tournament has been panning out. Mark Rodden starts the roundup.
Two teams from the same league met in Limerick as Regional United hosted last year's runners-up Pike Rovers. Not much between them in the county's District Premier Division. This would prove a tight cup tie too. Visitors Pike in green and white started well, Wayne O'Donovan earning a free kick, Paddy O'Malley's delivery perfect, Cian Collins though unable to make the right connection. Regional in red soon caused problems with a free kick of their own, and when the ball was sent back into the Pike area by Shane Cox, visiting keeper Gary Neville elected to punch clear. David Cowper headed goalwards, but luckily for Pike, Patrick Mullins got back in time to clear. A stray defensive header then allowed Stephen Keeley to charge in on goal, his run blocked off by 2 Pike defenders. Just about enough cover, according to the referee, for Mullins to receive only a yellow card for his last-ditch intervention. More frustration for Regional, the free kick that followed deflected over. Up the other end, Pike hit back, with Collins holding the ball up well, waiting for support from John Boyle. His cross met by the unmarked amateur international Owen Hanrahan to give the visitors the lead just past the half-hour mark. The 2011 FAI Junior Cup winners in a strong position, but Regional could have equalised before the break. Wing-back Evan Patterson tracked by Hanrahan, but still causing mayhem in the area. Regional's top scorer Ollie O'Driscoll dragging a shot wide. At the other end, Regional centre-back Cowper was kept busy by the Pike Rovers attack. And early in the second half, Colin Daly's trickery causing more problems, helping him to go close to getting an elusive second goal for the visiting team. Instead, Regional dragged themselves level 5 minutes after the break. Stand by for one of the goals of the season. Michael Girlan with a thunderbolt from distance, and it was anyone's game at 1 goal apiece. While Regional had a 5-star showing in round 4, Pike had a 1-goal win to advance to this stage, but this match was destined to go right to the wire. Regional hoping for better fortune after bowing out of the Munster Junior Cup a week previously. Girran's opposite number, Paddy O'Malley, tried to do for Pike what Girran had done for Regional, but his shot didn't trouble the keeper. Pike's good response to conceding continued as Aaron Noonan created another opening. Timmy Dalton then made a smart save to keep the scores level, but the Regional keeper wouldn't finish this game. It went to extra time, but before a penalty shootout, Regional took a leaf out of Louis van Gaal's World Cup playbook by changing goalkeeper. Sean McNamara sent on in place of Dalton, the switch paying off as the unfortunate John Boyle saw his penalty saved for Pike. That left Regional on the verge of making the last 32, and substitute Shane Doherty calmly scored the decisive spot kick. Regional United through after a 1-1 draw. They won this one 5-4 on penalties.
If it's green and white, it must be Kerry and Celtic Park, home of Killarney Celtic. Their new stand largely full for the visit of former League of Ireland side Mervue United, who along with Salt Hill Devon have supplied plenty to Galway United's current squad. The Westerners with early set-piece possibilities, but Jason Malloy hooking over. Barrymorn with another decent opportunity after some defensive indecision, but Kerry's All-Ireland winning goalkeeper Brian Kelly doing enough to deny. With the rain beginning to fall, Mervue's front two creating all the chances. Malloy's low strike just wide. Celtic finally getting to create something of their own. Chris O'Leary not quite getting proper contact to turn home. Neighbours Killarney Athletic had gone out in the previous round to Abbeyfield United. Celtic determined to keep the town's flag flying in the Junior Cup. Gary Keane's shot denied by Mervue keeper Brian O'Donoghue after legwork from recent Ipswich Town trialist Wayne Sparling. Still Mervue creating, former St Patrick's Athletic and Galway United player Derek O'Brien cracking over. Killarney pushing on, having had a few escapes. Cathal O'Shea firing across the bows of O'Donoghue. Mervue United continue to produce fabulous talent, but have a lot of League of Ireland experience to call on themselves. Malloy having played for Mervue and Galway United in the league, but couldn't finish here. Stoppage time and tricky work from Celtic sub and former Irish junior international Peter McCarthy, seeing his cross come off the hand of Mervue defender Keith McHugh for a last-minute penalty. Gary Keane with it. 1-0 Killarney Celtic. Except for that obvious encroachment, which would see the kick having to be retaken. So later still, Gary Keane with it. 1-0 Killarney Celtic. They're at last season's quarter-finalist Newmarket Celtic in the 6th round. Mervue's fellow Galway giants Salthill Devon also crashing out in Athlone to Willow Park.
Rivervalley Rangers had home advantage for the 3rd round in a row as they took on Westport United at the AUL complex. Both sides aiming to reach new heights and negotiating a difficult draw in round 5. AUL Premier A side Rivervalley have made a slow start in the league, but having already seen off Park Villa, Rock Celtic and Enniskerry, the Dubliners' Junior Cup form has been excellent. And it was the Swords outfit that struck first in this one. Thomas Cooney able to pick out John Cosgrove at the back post. A fine header making it 1-0 Rivervalley after 15 minutes. Cosgrove involved again as Rivervalley sought to increase their lead. Referee Joe O'Hanlon well positioned here to turn down the home side's penalty appeal. Westport had scored 10 goals in the previous round, and the 2005 Junior Cup champions got the chance to get off the mark in this game when Dave Cameron went to ground in the box 5 minutes after the opening goal. Darren Brown would slam home the penalty to get the Mayo side level and give their large travelling support hope of an away win. But Rivervalley were back in front on 40 minutes. Cosgrove with a dangerous cross that crept past Westport keeper Gary Cunningham. Only Rivervalley number 9 Ronan Murtha can tell us if he got the final touch. Westport tried hard to get another equaliser, but they found Ian Doran in good form in the Rivervalley goal. And inside the first minute of the second half, the home side would get a 2-goal cushion. Mark O'Brien spotting Cooney in space, and he got past Westport keeper Cunningham to score into an empty net. The visiting netminder came a long way, but the gamble didn't pay off this time. A nice finish from Cooney, and at that stage it was looking grim for the visitors. Westport kept fighting though, and first Dave Hoban almost got on the end of a right-wing cross before substitute Mark McNally hooked wide under pressure. Westport then had Joe Lawless sent off for that foul on Murtha, the day going from bad to worse as their number 2 got his second booking of the game. Cosgrove then had plenty of room to work in to almost set up goal number 4. But Rivervalley, who made the quarterfinals last season, would make absolutely sure of the win with 5 minutes left. John O'Donoghue getting a second chance after his corner was initially cleared, and a towering header from Murtha adding extra gloss to the scoreline. 4-1 Rivervalley Rangers, they're through to the 6th round.
Ballynanty Rovers last visited the Aviva Stadium in 2014, losing that year's Junior Cup final to St Michael's. Courtown Hibs currently mid-table in the Wexford Football League Premier Division, but with lots of underage success over the past 10 years. Ballynanty in white with all the early pressure on the road in North Wexford. Dermot Fitzgerald releasing Kevin Nolan, brought down by Courtown keeper Gavin Nugent for a certain penalty. Hang on, it wasn't given. The Limerick side wouldn't be perturbed by that. Bobby Ryan's cross from the right finding Gary O'Neill for the opening goal midway through the first half. Only 3 starters from that most recent FAI Junior Cup final appearance 2.5 years ago in the starting lineup at Ounavarra Park. Dermot Fitzgerald was one of those starters, his thumping free kick coming close. Courtown's best first half moment being created through Colin O'Brien and Eugene O'Brien, but Leighton Gleeson's strike will be well saved by Ballynanty keeper Stephen McNamara, and his defence will be tested again by Colin O'Brien's tricky free kick. We'll probably see a lot of Fitzgerald's dead ball speciality in the road to the Aviva this season. Certainly keeper Gavin Nugent has. Heading towards the end and Courtown putting loads of pressure on. Another O'Brien combination, Colin for Eugene, but off target. And Hibs still pressing even with the last kick. Colin O'Brien's cross smothered by McNamara, and it was the last kick. Ballynanty into the last 32. They'll be away to Rush Athletic. So our tour again this month brings us back to the Aviva Stadium. The 6th round draw has come and gone, and there's one game really that stands out ahead of the rest. Alan Cawley?
Yeah, 100%. Sheriff YC. Well, it could be against St Michael's or Usher. Celtic obviously will, but I think we have to be respectful towards Usher. Obviously, people will fancy Michael's to come through that, but of course Usher have the chance, and we all know what's waiting on the other side of the draw, whoever comes through. Sheriff YC, and at home again at Clontarf, we can't seem to get them out of Clontarf. Another home draw for them, and they'll be delighted with that because they made hard work of the game against Carew, I felt, on Sunday, but ultimately they came through in the end, and they're still the team to beat.
Yeah, Rivervalley Rangers scoring 4. Carrick United had another home draw this time around. We saw them beat Waterford Hibs in round 4. They got a good win, but a good trip for them up to Dublin Airport pretty much to play Rivervalley.
Yeah, it's a good trip, but Rivervalley Rangers have done really well in the competition in recent times, and I think it was the quarter final they got to last year and had a good run the year before that as well. So it was a good win against Westport in the last round, beating them 4-1 also, because Westport came through I think 10-0 winners in the previous round. So Rivervalley Rangers are looking quite strong as well. So Carrick will have it all to do, especially travelling away. Home advantage is huge, especially at this stage of the competition, Will.
Yeah, some good Munster derbies as well. Newmarket Celtic against Killarney Celtic, Jamesborough against Dingle Bay Rovers. So that's Shannon's side against Kerry. Anything else?
I think Buttevant are worth to mention, the fact that they've gotten so far, their first time in years. I think it's over 20 years. They're one of the lowest ranked teams to come out of Cork, the Cork section. So they're on a hell of a journey, and long may it continue for them.
So there we go. We're back the weekend of January 12th, 13th and 14th. Until then, season's greetings to you.